you. Cheers.
Cheers. This is so exciting.
I'm so excited to be here.
Wow.
Thanks for having me.
So welcome back, guys, to another episode of Faking Adulthood, where we talk about life and everything about nothing, because we know nothing at all.
No, big
actually.
facts, big
no,
facts.
nothing at all. And today, my co-host is Uche Natori.
Hello, everybody. Amen.
One thing I've been really thinking about, actually, is I want to normalize complaining. Okay, I think
100.
I think it gets like a really bad rep. Like there's like positive angels, like, oh, you got to be positive. You can't complain. Da, 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 da. So actually, I want to start this show by actually complaining about something that's pressing on my spirit.
Okay, give it to me.
Do you know what I mean? So I've got a few things I want to complain about, but I'm just going to focus in on what.
Let me get comfortable. One thing about Rita, girl, she can complain. Okay.
I have a few things, but my thing that I'm going to complain about today, and when I say this, people might feel like it's not that deep.
Okay.
But it's something that secretly bothers me.
I already know this is going to be deep.
No, it's not deep, but basically, I don't particularly enjoy, when I'm talking about something. So let's say I'm saying to someone, oh man, I'm just so stressed out. Like, oh, I really want to get more work, but I'm not getting enough jobs, and it's just irritating me, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's really bothering me. And the person now looks at me and they're like, I know, me too. I'm going through the same thing. I'm like, pause. Because
Is this thing on me? Is this thing on me?
Because I feel like I sometimes want to feel sorry for myself in peace. And now when you say it's happening to you too, it's kind of given that I'm not special in this matter.
But someone can't share a lived experience again?
Yeah, but I want it to feel like it's just me going through something. I don't want to feel like it's a shared experience. I just want the attention to be on me, because now you're going through it.
Do you know what's so funny
We're
about
sharing
this?
this experience.
I do this all the time with you. All of the time. And in this moment is the first moment that I'm learning that this is not something she's with. So it's really, you really get to know your friends in very interesting circumstances.
I'm just like, it's like if someone's like, oh, I'm really struggling to find my person right now. I'm struggling to find a love of my life.
Right now.
And then the person's like, oh yeah,
now.
me too, I'm struggling. So now I'm like, wow, so it's not just
Turn
me.
this camera off right now before I start flipping these chairs. No, guys, she brought me here under false pretense.
See what I mean? You can't even let me complain in peace. Do you get it? You cannot even let me complain in peace.
Okay. Do you know what it is, for my people, because I feel like me and my army, that we love to relate to people, and we love to have that synergy of me and you are living this. It's so easy to be like that. But funny you say that, because I force myself not, and it's so funny, we're doing it right now. I force myself not to always make everything like a relatability trope. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just okay, just let the person talk.
Let the person talk.
But when I'm talking about something and someone does the relatability thing to me, I love it, because I feel like then it furthers the conversation, as opposed to you just sitting there. You basically feel like you're talking into a black hole, and then the person's like, and you're like, okay, cool. Let's move the conversation on then.
Yeah. No, I get that side, but I think it's the attention seeker within me. Like sometimes you want to just feel, do you know what I mean? You want to feel bad for yourself, but when you can't feel bad for yourself when it's also happening to someone else.
I'm going to take this on moving forward. I'm going to say, do you want a relatability response, or do you want to...
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know? Yeah. So that's my complaint of the week. What do you need to complain about?
Oh, my complaint... Hello, where do we start? Let me tell you about something that happened to me today, guys. I was late today because of my goddamn motor vehicle once again. So I have one of those cars that it's sensible to get a ghost mobilizer. Otherwise, your shit's going to get got. Basically, it's going to be...
Oh, the thing that protects... Okay.
Yeah, so I have a ghost mobilizer installed in my car, so that even if someone broke in to try and steal it, the engine physically will not turn on unless you put in a sequence of code. Right, cool. I've had issues with a part of my car for a while, but this part of the car controls basically the whole car, right? And it also is the home for where my code is. So people who have a ghost mobilizer knows it could be any buttons on the car, be the code, right?
Yeah.
So I had an issue with this not that long ago, but then today again, I'm in the car. I went to go run some errands quick before I drove here. Bro, tell me why this car was not starting. As in, I turned the engine off, opened the door, closed it, put the sequence in about 20 times. On the 21st time, I said, let me call Rita because this is feeling like a delayed or cancelled job. So my complaint is like, and there's a funny like thing amongst my friends about how I'm never in my car. I'm never driving my car. But I love trains. I love taking the trains and tubes. So convenient. Never any traffic because you're just on the train.
True.
So I basically don't really use my car that much. But I like to have it anyway because of convenience.
Yeah.
You just never know when you're going to need a car, right?
I never see you in that car. I've seen you twice.
Factual.
Twice. You'd be like, I'm driving. I'm like, huh?
People literally like, oh my God, I forgot you have a car.
Yeah. Like, when
love my car, by the way. Would never get rid of her. That's my baby. Like, we're locked in until I get my dream car.
Yeah. So fair.
What's love your dream car? Ah, so typical G-Wagon. Still in the Mercedes family. It's like up from my car. So I feel like it would be a good progression to go from like my car to that car because it's like but I'm also not a huge car person.
Same.
So I don't really feel the need to like have the latest this and this. I like my car because it's really, really big and it's very modern.
Yeah.
It's got everything I need, bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But then the G-Wagon's just always been on my list for like ever.
Yeah.
So to conclude, I'm complaining this week about why cars are so... Anyone that has a car in London will tell you it's such a big like aggressive eye roll sometimes. For the most part, it's like convenient. Also, my bloody insurance...
That's another thing I've been hearing about. I don't like, this is giving me flashbacks. I remember having a car and having to deal with this stuff.
It's such, and the thing is, so my other recent thing with my car is insured with Mercedes, right? Just because at the time I was doing my insurance, they were the cheapest ones. Cool. They're going to tell me this year they can't give me a quote.
Why? Oh, no reason.
That is a great question. She's talking about this and that. And I'm like, okay, why don't you just ask the current lender, who's I think it's Axel, the current lender, and she was like, yeah, they can't give you a quote either.
So what am I supposed to do?
Is everyone actually smoking a high grade of crack? What is going on?
Like, what's going on?
I've never heard of that in my life. And then
they can't give you a quote.
Two of their lenders, they said they don't do insurance for people under 30, which I was like, that's brand new fucking information to me.
You know, it's good to know that it's time for you to get on the other side anyway. Yeah, matter of fact, let's talk about it. It's time for you to get, see, it's not all benefits being under 30, is it?
If it mean I can get insurance, then give it to me, because at this point, I'm just like, so now I need to sort out my insurance, got my mum on it. You know, I love my mum. She's so helpful. Sometimes she's a bit too helpful because she'll be aware of an issue I'm having. And I don't know if your mum's the same. I don't know if it's like a African parent thing. She'll be aware of or Nigerian parent, let me be specific. She'll be aware about an issue I'm having. Yeah. And it's like, she's taken it on as like her own person.
Oh,
and it's like, she can't rest, sleep, have any peace until it's sorted. Belling off my line 500 times a day. Have you done, literally this morning alone, she's called me and messaged me about this insurance. Yeah. Mother, when I sort it,
I will let you know.
I will let you know.
Yeah.
Because she was like, she sent me over she's been working from home this week, so she sent me over like some quotes and stuff. She's like, blah, blah, like I'll help, because the letter went to my parents' house. Yeah. She's like, oh, your insurance is due for renewal. Do you want me to do it? I'm like, yeah, perfect. She sends me over. She's like, have you sorted it out yet? Yeah. I just called them this morning. Have you sorted it out yet? Oma,
I've said I will do it when I'll do it.
I need further assistance from you. I will make that so clear.
It's so cute though. It is so cute. Yeah, like, it's so cute.
Love her to death. But can I live?
Yeah, they won't let you live.
They won't let you. And do you know what? I'm very grateful because I know other people's parents have more of a hands-off approach. Yeah. So I'm very like grateful to have parents that have a hands-on approach. And even like the other day, my dad, they do this thing. If they haven't seen me, if my dad hasn't heard from me in like 2 days.
Oh, it's a wrap.
How far?
Yeah.
Long time since we heard of from
Yeah.
me.
That's my mom. Oh, 2 days for you? 1 day.
One day, my mom would be like, but I had to tell them, like, look, it can't be like every day.
Oh, I tried to have that conversation. It didn't go down well.
Because the only person I really connect with every day like that, 2 people, my manager, obviously. Yeah. And my sister-in-law, because she's always sending me pictures of my niece.
Yeah. Honestly, I tried that with them. My mom, she needs to hear from me every day. If it's been 2 days.
Picture your life.
Yeah. If it's been 2 days, my mom won't be like, oh, hello. So you've forgotten that you have a mother.
I love that
I'm
one.
like,
how could I ever forget?
How could I forget? No. She goes, no. The other day you said you're going to call me back. Wow, what a long call back this is.
Oh, yeah, and then my nan got involved because she was like, oh, they gave me a nickname. I think the nickname is like call you back or something, because every day it's like call you back, but it's like it's a phantom call back.
Yeah. When's the call gonna come? When's it coming? But
I just feel like, oh, guys, I love you.
But let me breathe.
Because it's never like a 2-minute conversation, right? And
And I'm like, what else can I tell you about my life? Nothing new has happened, actually. It's the same.
But
That
I
told
love
you
them
yesterday.
because they'll fill the.
Yeah, they love
they'll
it.
fill the space. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
they
I
love
actually
it.
do. That's one of my things next year, to make more of an effort to call them more like frequently and visit more frequently.
Yeah, they absolutely love it. And like my dad also, if I call him, he's like, oh, he'll be like, thank you, I really appreciate it.
Same.
You made my day.
Same. Same. Even if I just like message him, be like, oh, Chim. My dad calls me Chim.
Oh, that's so cute.
So, oh, I miss you. Good to hear from you. La, la, la.
Oh,
But I'm like, when I was in the house, you didn't value my presence when I was in the house. Now
do you
I'm not
get
in the
it?
house.
No. Do
So
you get it?
understand.
Yeah. Now you appreciate
Sorry,
it. Wow.
Is that not my
mommy?
mom
No, mom is calling. Mom is calling. She felt
Could I
her.
answer it?
Yeah.
Mom, I need to call you back. I'm recording a podcast. Insurance. I was just telling her, I was like, my mom has messaged me this morning about this insurance. I was like, yeah, I'll call you back. Okay, bye, I love you. Bye.
Wow.
What did I say?
That is.
What did I say?
Wow. Her spirit felt that
She was
actually I
like,
need to check
checking
in on
again.
this insurance.
Again.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. We love our parents.
Love the parents.
I want to start with some fire questions.
Oh, okay.
So my first question is,
Yeah.
why do you think you're here?
As in on this planet.
Oh, wow, you're so clever. I thought I could trick you
Why?
into why do you think you're here? And you'll think like here, and then I say planet.
You know, my
ruined.
mind is deep.
Wow, you really just
got a lot of
ruined
depth, babe.
my joke.
Oh, this is a joke.
I guess tough crowd.
That's a lesson in trying to set me up. You set yourself up if you try to set me up.
Okay, why do you think you're here on this planet?
Oh, my purpose.
Yeah.
Definitely something to do with people, helping people in whatever capacity that is, and like giving back in big ways and like big monumental ways. I actually don't care too much about, I know a lot of people are really attached to being remembered as like them. I'm not too attached to being remembered as me, but I do want to leave things behind. But I don't care if like a million years from now, no one knows that I left it behind. But if it's something that I've left that's helping people, then that's like, I've won in life.
Oh, that's so noble.
Yeah, not really noble. It's just like,
It's so nice though.
it's not really nice because if you think about how many things that you use in a day that someone else came up with, like you said that thing about the umbrella, and like I'm big into makeup,
Yeah.
and like so many beauty products that I love that I'm like, I can't imagine doing my makeup without this. But I'm not like, God bless Patrick Starr for making this, or God bless Patrick Starr for making this under eye powder. But I'm just like, I love this product. And sometimes your gift is like a selfless thing. Doesn't always have to be attached to you. Why? What's yours?
I think my purpose is somewhere along the lines of bringing joy to people's lives.
agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like bringing laughter, you know, making people feel happy in some sort of sense. Do I care about leaving anything behind? I think I do care and I don't care at the same time. I don't care because it doesn't feel urgent enough. But I think when I'm really
What
old,
do you
I
mean
will
by
care.
that? Explain.
It's the way this girl is
What do you
looking
mean
at
by
me.
that? Explain.
It's like really hard for me sometimes to think so far ahead when I'm like, it's like I'll get there when I'll deal with it when I get there. Do you know what I mean? But I think deep inside my spirit, there is an idea of like, it'll be good to obviously be remembered by something or leave something behind. And the way that you said it, like just, you know,
But I think because
print
of
on the
your
world.
industry, a lot of people that go into your industry, entertainment, it's very like a self-centered industry.
Yeah.
And just in the sense that it's about you. So
Yeah.
naturally, anything that you leave behind will be attached to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one really retells a joke like, oh, this is Chris Tucker's joke. Do you know what I mean? But people know that Chris Tucker's funny.
Yeah.
So it's like, in a sense, it kind of has to be you.
Yeah. But then I just wonder, I don't think I fully know what else though.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna discover it though.
Yeah,
like
you're
I
still
feel,
very young.
yeah, I'm not
Still
like
very
being
young.
hard on myself to be like, wait, but I don't really know yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what the actual purpose is.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
This is why I love listening to like, I listen to a lot of sermons, but also beyond that, I listen to just a lot of like successful people just speak. I just
Yeah.
like listen to, when I'm cleaning stuff, I just like listen to people speak. And if you listen to people like, oh my God, his name has just gone out of my head. Steve Harvey. He was making a point about, you know, with success, he's like, the issue with success is everyone sees a lot of people at either their peak or very far from like a different season in their life. So he's like, with me, no one saw me when I was living in my car for 3 years. Like, couldn't feed my family. Like, no one saw Oprah at like certain points. Beyonce's journey, we followed a lot, but if you think about it, it's almost like we blinked and she went from Destiny's Child to this global phenomenon. But it's like, you don't know how you're going to go from A to B.
This is it.
But all of the magic is in the journey.
And people say that saying, and I know that it's true, because when I look back on moments of my life, I'm like, okay, actually the magic was in the journey. Because once you get to the destination, it's
you're here, I'm here.
You're like, I'm here now.
I'm here.
And you're still thinking like, what's next, right?
Of course, but then it's like this. Then it's an opportunity for you to rediscover something else.
Yeah.
Or really delve deeper into what you're. But I feel like so many people, and I get it, are so fixated on like the end that you miss everything.
100%. You miss so. And you know what? Yeah, that is a feeling I hate.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the idea of like looking back and being like, oh man, I should have actually enjoyed that more.
Yeah.
Like when I look at my old pictures from like when I was 25, 26, and I look in my eyes and what I see is a girl that is stressed out about turning 30. And then I feel sad because I'm like, you were so young, but you were looking at it like you don't have any time. So because of that, you were so stressed out. You didn't really live. You didn't even want to do a party girl because you're thinking you need to get serious. You did so much to like prepare to be 30. And I wasn't even close to being 30 yet. And then I hit 30 and I was just like,
I love that word, prepare.
Yeah, it's too much.
I feel like people focus so much on like the prep, and 30 is a very good marker actually to talk about, because I feel like a lot of people either approaching 30 or just left 30.
Yeah.
But it's like, we have these big monumental things in our mind of like, by 30 or by 40, by this, I need to prepare. And it's like, you miss so much because you're preparing. But it's like, you're already where you need to be in this moment.
Exactly. And what's actually hilarious is that, what are you actually preparing for? Because actually every single thing that I was preparing for, not one damn thing happened.
And let's speak about that.
Not
because
one
we spend
thing.
so much time concerned about these hypothetical scenarios. And don't get me wrong, I've been guilty of it too. What if this, what if that? The minute I let go of that, it's like my life, I just started enjoying everything so much more.
100%.
And what I always tell people is, because I used to worry a lot about the future, naturally. I feel like a lot of people do.
Yeah, of course.
But in this season, like it was maybe mainly this year and like last year, definitely towards the later end of my 20s, the thing I always say to myself is, 18-year-old you would never have thought 21-year-old you would have been where she was.
Exactly.
25, you would never thought you'd be at 25
Yeah.
where you were at, when you were at 21. And now I'm like, if I could rewind 5 years and tell myself this is where you're going to be, I would not be able to believe. I'd be like, there's no way.
Exactly.
There is no, but that's the beauty of it. I'm like, you already know if you're religious, I'm religious.
Yeah, same.
God has me. And the thing, was it Steve Harvey that said, you take something and you give it to God, and it's like, you want it in your time.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works. Prayer, it's going to be delivered on Prayer Road.
Ooh.
That's what he said. He's like, it's going to be delivered on Prayer Road, but people want to go to Warren Boulevard.
Ooh,
that's not.
I like
that's
that.
Not what it is. And he's like, you missed the blessing because you weren't even on the right road. You wanted it on your time. That's not how God works.
Yeah.
God isn't like, give it to you on your time. Because if I gave it to you on your time, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't appreciate the process. And it's actually true. If you got everything in life when you wanted it, you wouldn't appreciate anything.
Nothing. But sometimes I'm like, but let me try. I'll be like, God, just test me out. Let me
think
give
of
it
all
a go.
the things you wanted that didn't work. All of them are a blessing. There's not one thing that I wanted that I didn't get that I'm like, damn, if I'd have got that.
Same, actually. Same.
I live my life. So, and I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about something I did and it was making me laugh because I was thinking a younger version of me would have been so like anxious about the outcome. And I'm like, now I'm in this season where I just do things for me.
Yeah.
I'm so detached from the outcome.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, as long as I was happy with what I did or what I said or how I was in that situation, anything that comes after that really is none of my business.
Yeah.
Like if it goes in my favor, it's a bonus. But if it doesn't, there's a lesson in that as well. There's a reason it didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's so deep. Like it's so true. Like, and it's something I just think about all the time.
All the time.
All of the time.
All
and
the time.
now I'm like really determined to just take my life day by day and not be that overly worry about, oh, okay, 40, what does that look like? Da, 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 da. I just want to just enjoy it. And then every day I just say to myself, I have everything that I need for today. Because yesterday I was spiraling.
You have to repeat
Yeah.
that. You have to repeat
Literally, I have everything I need for today.
Amen.
And that's it.
Cheers to that, man.
Yeah, cheers to
That's
that.
all you listen. You can only do
Cheers
the
to
best
that.
you can with what you have.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And that's what I did. Like yesterday I was ready to spiral. I was ready to
What
spiral.
happened yesterday? Can we talk about it? Can we get into it?
Because people don't want to pay on time.
Hey God.
They don't want to pay
When
on time. And I
anyways.
don't understand. Like, my thing is, it's like, okay, so you want the job, yeah? You're hounding me for the job, right? You're saying, oh, we need it now. It's so urgent. Oh, we need it now.
Can we talk about
Oh,
urgency?
timeline.
Because I saw a TikTok the other day and the guy was like, and I never thought about it. I don't know why I never thought about it. I sent it to my manager. He was like, you know when they're like urgent, quick turnaround? Yeah, I'm going to have to bill you for the quick turnaround. I was like, why didn't I think about that? It's actually true.
Yeah.
You have to add extra for a quick
because
turnaround.
your urgency is not my urgency.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
And
It's
more
actually
time
not my
it's because
urgency.
something has happened on your side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you're stressing me out.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
okay,
carry
I
on.
was happy to
Yeah.
oblige. Okay, fine. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you urgently. Abi,
Yeah.
you need it right now. I'll give it to you right now. Okay? You give me invoice. First of all, my issue is, why is it, that I still have to wait 30 days? Some brands are even doing 60 days. Why do I have to wait?
Yeah,
Right?
60 days is a bit of a mad thing. 30 days, I understand though, payment cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mind you, if I go to the shop, I go to Zara, I pay straight away. So why can't I be paid straight away like that?
But
That's
the
how I want
people
to be paid.
serving you at Zara get paid every 30 days.
Why are you supporting the people?
All I'm saying is I understand payment cycles.
Anyways, I don't like it, right? But I waited. Okay? I waited 60 days. Yeah. These are two brands that owe me money, mind you. I waited 30 days for one, 60 days for the other. 60 days comes. Obviously, I've got a reminder on my phone. It's payday, baby. We're up. Yeah? I check my account.
In fact, are down.
I'm refreshing. It's not coming through. Manager, what's going on? Or contacted them. They respond, oh, sorry, it missed the pay run.
I knew that. It's always.
I don't
You're always
get.
missing it.
How is it missing for 60 days? 60
It was
days.
never filed. It was never filed.
And I'm missing the pay run. Okay, no problem. Now fast forward 17 days.
From the 60.
Yeah.
So now we're on 77. Got you.
Now we're on 47 for the other one. Both not paying me.
Have you re-invoiced with a late fee?
I don't actually know. Actually, I need to find out. I really hope so.
As soon as you've missed one day. And brands are lucky because I'm so like, this is so bad. I'm so slow on checking my spreadsheet for who's paid me and blah, blah. So I tend to be quite delayed on it.
Yeah.
So if by the time I'm getting to it, you still haven't paid it.
Omo. So I said, wow. Then my body start. Do you get it? Do you get it? Because now there's a problem. Now there's a problem.
So all the tension from my toes came to my head.
So now I can't function. Do you get it? I can't do nothing. People are asking me questions. I said, I can't answer your questions. I'm telling you, I'm not being paid. You're asking me questions. I have no answers. I cannot function.
It's the fact that I know the whole week you were thinking, yeah, I've got a big
problem.
big sum of money's coming in.
Yeah,
this week, so I'm
yeah.
good. Like you've already made plans for the money.
Do you get it?
You
I
know.
mean, Uche, my body. Every day I'm waking up and I'm checking my account and I'm refreshing. And it's not
Does
there.
your bank not send you
They do notifications, but it's like it's not enough. So I'm now refreshing and refreshing. So it got to yesterday now. At this point, I'm frozen. Do you get it? I'm frozen.
This is actually not funny.
I cleaned everywhere. Even storage room, I emptied it. I had to do something because I was like, so my mantra that whole day was like, okay, you know what, Rita? I have everything that I need for today.
Amen.
Okay? I've got the food that I need. I
Amen.
paid the bills that I need to pay for today. I don't need to worry about tomorrow or next week. Because if I start worrying about that, that's when the trouble starts. Okay? So I just had to breathe. And then I was able to enjoy the rest of my evening.
Amen.
And then now I woke up today. No, in case you're wondering,
You have not been paid.
they have not paid me.
This
But-
is so bad.
God will have it. Another brand paid me early.
God bless that brand. God bless that brand, man.
Honestly, God bless
God
that
bless
brand.
you.
So that's what allowed me to actually be here with you today. Because if I had not been paid at all, I would have said,
Mind
Uche.
you, do you know what? When I was talking to you on the phone yesterday, you were quite stoic.
Do you get it?
You are quite stoic, yeah.
Because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
get
No,
it?
I
I'm like,
understand,
when
yeah.
am I getting my money? Like, am I working for free?
No, but
Like, because that's what it feels
no,
like. That's what it feels like.
maybe we should have a quick word about like mental health and this job, because I don't think people understand, number one, how demoralizing it is for me to chase you down for something that's technically mine. You owe me money.
Do you get it?
And you know what? I'll be totally honest. I'm not the best, because of my ADHD, I'm not the best at keeping to deadlines, right? So it might be like a day or two late submitted.
Yeah.
So I give brands that leeway of
Yeah.
when they're making the payment. You know, me too. I wasn't also like, sometimes, for the most part, I'm stick to deadlines, but you know, sometimes there can be a bit of a. So I'll give brands like a leeway on it.
2 days.
But it's like, how would you feel if you went to be paid for the end of the month and your employer didn't pay you? And then you're having to chase them down for the payment.
And then you feel bad because you're thinking, oh, I don't want to like come across too harsh because I want to still work with them.
Yes, I want to maintain a relationship. Yeah.
But you haven't paid me for the work that I... Do you know what I mean? It's lack of respect.
A buffer of like a manager.
Exactly.
Or like an accountant, someone that can do it on your behalf.
Yeah.
Because maybe then you'll understand, because why am I actually chasing you?
Yeah, but I'm doing it through my managers, and now I want to
course.
beef my managers, and it's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Do you know what I
They're
mean?
only doing the best they can.
Because now they're talking to me about another job, and I'm thinking, I cannot...
I have done. Do you know what? It got so bad one year, I had to remove the video.
Really?
Because they absolutely failed to pay me. They, like, I don't know what was going on. Long story short, when BLM came around, and they wanted to do Black Square, we were like, wait a minute, you owe me bread.
Let's not talk about this Black Square. You owe me money.
Black people, you owe me money.
Yeah.
And it was like 8 of us. Bro, we galvanized, unionized, in fact. And do you know what? I just sent in my invoice. I was like, this is how much you owe me. People were adding, and I don't blame them. They were doubling how much the brand owed them. Yeah, because actually you need to compensate me now.
Yeah, because now you've actually...
Like, guys,
nearly
2
destroyed
years.
me.
At that point, I was thinking, I'm never going to get this money. I just took the video down. I said, I'm never going to get the money. BLM came now. Great time.
Wow.
Awful time, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, awful time. But those brands...
And it's so unfortunate that it takes a situation like that
to actually
to release the funds.
Yeah. It's a disgrace. And I wish I could say it out loud to them specifically how much of a disgrace it is.
It is a disgrace.
But I can't say nothing.
But actually, I think creators need to also get comfortable having a blacklist themselves.
Yeah.
Because you know brands have blacklists of like who they will not
work,
blah, blah, blah. But I also have my blacklist of brands that I will
As a matter of fact, yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
No,
I have that
not.
for like, I have like a blacklist of like people who rejected me. See, when someone rejects me, I make a list.
How many people?
Yeah, I make a list and I'm like, don't worry, when I make it, don't come.
Not you a man.
Don't,
this is what men do.
Don't come.
The kink.
Yeah,
they have this kink.
Yeah, because you're gonna come back. Don't come. I make a list.
Guys,
I've got a folder in my emails.
About as long as you were happy.
But was I happy?
Detached from the outcome.
Yeah, you know what? But before I had the list, you hadn't told me this. So maybe now that you've told me this,
forward, you
maybe moving forward.
How many people on this list though? Between you and I and them. How many people on this list?
I
can't imagine you being rejected.
I've got about 15.
What's the worst way someone's rejected you?
Just in a different way. Yeah.
I don't even know 15 men good enough to date.
Oh, not even just not like that. Like I mean, as in like companies. Yeah, not men.
I was
please,
like,
I haven't even dated that much.
Yeah. That's actually one brand that when I was, I wouldn't even say I was early. I would definitely say I was like established in some degree in this industry, and I'd reached out to them for gifting, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we don't do gifting." And the week after, I saw them gifting people.
Oh, see, that is automatic blacklist.
No wahala.
Yeah.
Now every time you come back, no capacity. To
no capacity.
Gifting,
I got no capacity.
Because it's like, at the time, I thought what they were doing was so innovative.
Yeah.
And it would have been so great. And it really was nothing to them. Like, I definitely had over 100K. I don't know, for whatever reason. Maybe they only wanted to give people over 1 million, whatever. Like, you have your reasons.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, because now I have my reasons and I'm not going to work with you.
Yeah, there's other products on the market that are way better than yours.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so that's my reject list. And then obviously like from acting, so like casting directors who like, you know, they said no numerous times. I'm like, okay,
let go.
I can't.
Because what if they are the casting director of a big opportunity? You're going to say no?
No, I'll go back.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just nice. I think at the time, it just felt nice moving their email to that particular folder.
It's like you're getting back your power.
Do you know what I mean? It felt like I was doing something. But obviously, if, you know, they're like, hey, Rita, we got this role for you.
She's like, matter of fact,
yeah, your lover's going to be this. Talking about lovers, actually. Someone was in my dream.
Was it
yesterday.
Timothy Chalamet.
Do you know what? I think it was Daniel Kaluuya.
That's your dog.
Yeah, but we spoke about him with Candy. And he was in my dream and in my, you know what? I won't say what. Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
As in a romantic capacity.
Yeah, he was my lover.
Maybe you need to message him after this.
Maybe he is my lover in the future.
Maybe. You guys would make a power couple because you're both in the acting world.
I said this, but...
Oh, who would... Okay, me and Rita always have this conversation, right? If you were going to do a PR relationship...
You know what's crazy? When Candy was here, we had the same conversation.
Really? We're
So,
all
okay.
locked in.
Yeah, okay. So if you were to get into a PR relationship, who would you get with?
Timothy Chalamet. Or Jacob Elordi.
Who's Jacob? You guys are the
Don't
same
know
one.
who Jacob Elordi... Did she say Jacob Elordi?
Is he tall?
Yeah, super tall Australian actor. He was in a series, a Wattpad adaptation on Netflix called Kissing Booth. But recently he's been in Euphoria.
Wow.
He's Nate Jacobs in Euphoria, and he's also in Saltburn.
See, I haven't seen those two things.
He is so adorable, and he just... There was a video the other day, and I think he was talking about like a dog, so I sent it to Candy, because someone said, oh, beautiful man, but nothing going on upstairs. But he just seems like such a sweet person, so I sent it to Candy. But yeah, but more on a realistic level.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, both Timothy Chalamet and Jake Elordi, they live in America, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so who here?
In the UK. I actually have one, but I'm going to tell you. You'll be able to guess it. You know who it is.
Do I?
Yeah.
Someone we've spoken about before?
Yeah, recently.
Oh, okay.
But the last time I saw him, it wasn't giving girlfriends. So I'm like, I had to go back and message her like, are you sure this man has a girlfriend?
That man is fantastic looking.
Next time I see him, I'm going to actually ask him.
I think you just ask him.
Yeah, I should have asked him, but I was like, do you know what? I was saying to Rita before okay, so I saw this guy recently, but I wasn't with Rita. But every other occasion that I've seen him, by the time I met him, I've been with Rita.
And he ain't saying nothing.
His energy is definitely very different when I'm with Rita.
Because he was like, I'm locked. He knows
Like,
I'm
he
watching.
said, that's Rita's dog, right?
Yeah.
So he knows I can't misbehave in any fashion.
You two will look good together. That would be a really good.
So cute.
Ooh.
So cute. The other one.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. While I'm thinking, you tell us yours.
Okay. This is actually hard because last time when I was asked this, I said Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
And I said Drake.
I cannot let you date Drake.
Yeah, but the Drake thing was just like, you know, it's whatever. I'll just be popular. Do you get it? Like, I'll be on the Shade Room.
But
you know, I'll blow up, I'll get thousands of followers. They'll be like, how did this girl get with him?
Buy you a car, a house.
Do I get me a car, house, whatever? I'll make him look normal and he'll make me look up. Do you get it? Like, it'll be like that kind of balanced.
Yeah.
But now, let me think about it again. I don't think there is anyone in this UK. Actually. Like, do you know who would be interesting, yeah? This is so random. Yeah, you're going to be like, huh? He's young though. So I'll be a sugar mummy.
I think I know who is gone.
But Michael Ward.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I just feel like, you know what? I just think he's quite interesting.
Okay.
You know, when he's styled, he looks really cool, really fashionable. People like him.
He does wear a look well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're invested in, like, people are invested in his talent. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he had a hit film coming out,
he's
you know
done
what I'm
really
saying?
He's last one with really talented older lady.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That film.
Watched it
I haven't seen it yet. That looks really
He's definitely
good.
progressing very well in his career.
You know, he's doing really well.
Yeah.
Also Kano, but he's locked in.
That man is so fine.
Oh, Lord. That is good food.
That man is so fine.
Good
For
food.
no reason.
Good food.
Also, this is one that I love. Again, another like wouldn't happen because actually he's having a child. But I feel like this is very much like my taste. I have very unique taste sometimes, and my friends are like, "Girl, I'm going to show you a picture of him." His name is Shay. He's a basketball player.
Oh, why do I think you're gonna? There's another Shay that I know. I was
Who's
like,
the
huh?
other Shay, please?
Like, I think he's a singer or something.
God damn.
Or a basketball player.
I think he's so cute. He was in his name is Shay Alexander. and he's just so cute.
Let's see him. Let me see this man.
He was in the Skims advert. So you know Skims did menswear.
He looks like a baby.
I think he's definitely younger than me for sure.
Oh.
But I just think he's such like
This
think
is good food.
Gorgeous.
We're
like,
gonna put a
beautiful.
picture of him on the
thing. Yeah, he's
so you guys
beautiful.
can see him. But he's beautiful. This is good food.
Really, 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 really good looking. I love a tall guy with beautiful skin.
That'll be a good PR.
And I don't even mind a guy that has hair. That is
Yeah,
absolutely
I don't mind a
regular
guy
to me.
that
I
has
don't mind
hair.
braid backs.
Yeah, but it has to suit you. If your head is not
I've never seen
complimenting
braid
it,
backs not suit someone.
I have.
Is it?
Yeah, because sometimes
tight.
even the braid back, it just about reaches this bit of your ear. It's not hanging down. Please.
Someone just came into
Like,
my
please.
head.
Just let it go. Let it go.
Don't
It doesn't suit
kill-
everyone.
She
It doesn't
said, let
suit-
your hair grow long before you try that.
It doesn't suit everyone, and that's okay. Do you know what I
I think it's
mean?
spell proof. You just have to go to a good braider.
I think a fell-proof hairstyle for men is like a
saying level one.
fade into like
it is
a
spell proof.
into like a high.
Because if your hairline is crazy, just forget it.
Normalize going to Turkey, in my opinion. Let's talk about it. Normalize going to Turkey because too many men. No,
a lot of men look good with no hair.
and a lot of men don't look good, and that is the reality, and that's okay. It's actually okay. There is some men they
ruthless.
shave off their whole head, yeah, and they go from 28 to looking like they're 48 immediately.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
It's a hairstyle. It can do it. If I started wearing a
But look
certain
at Charlie
hairstyle,
Mace. Charlie Mace looks great with no hair.
he's a good example of it. It's suiting
It
him.
really suits him. Yeah, I can't
There's-
imagine him with hair.
Anyways, there's a guy that I've seen, and let me tell you something. If that was my lover, I'll say, baby, let's go Turkey. Let's make a holiday out of this.
Why is she like this?
Let's go on holiday, baby. Let's go to Turkey.
One thing about me, when I get to 45, I'm going to Turkey.
I'm going to Turkey, man.
Because it's genetics. And like people would make comments about my hairline. I don't actually give a fuck because my face card is so
Ooh,
valid.
it's just
so valid. It doesn't even fucking matter.
It's
Like, people try to
immaculate.
Draw me out. I'm like, you can never draw me out in your life. In your life.
they'll be like,
Because baby, when I say post your picture, it's crickets. And
that's the thing.
Let that be a lesson. Don't try and draw people out on the internet.
like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm a supporter of Turkey,
Same.
and yeah, just go Turkey.
Do you know what? I'm actually a big supporter of tweets in general.
Yeah,
I'm a big supporter of but the only thing I will say is I'm a supporter of it, but I'm also conscious of like telling people to go do it. I would never
Yeah.
tell
Oh,
people to say
yeah.
something like, oh, you know, like, but listen, when I really and truly, when I hit 40,
what needs to be done will be
it's going
done.
to be after my kids, the way my body's going to transform,
Honestly, I'm a supporter.
chop and screw me. And that's actually part of my contingency plan for having kids. Because you'd be talking to men and they were saying, oh, I want to have 5 kids, 7 in this body. No, wahala. When it comes time to put the payment down for the mummy makeover,
I don't want to hear.
I
Pim.
don't want
I don't
to
wanna
hear
hear
a
Pim.
word.
Oh, 5 kids.
Because after you have chopped and screwed and stretched and dashed my body,
Yeah.
I need you to
Yeah.
listen. I'm pro-choice.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so
Pro-choice.
weird because when I was younger, I would have been like, never, ever,
I
ever.
also think you're a different version.
Yeah, which
I
is
feel like
insane.
younger you would have hated me.
Do you think so?
Younger you would not be friends with me and Candy.
Do you think?
100%.
I don't know.
100%. It's given heavily judgmental.
No, I was not judgmental.
Let Rita do an episode one day just of herself talking about her life.
I was not judgmental.
This girl's telling me about like her younger days. She just said it earlier. She said she was in her 20s talking about I can't do this, I can't do that because da-da-da.
Yeah, because I was preparing to be a wife, and there's certain
That's
things
my point.
that people were doing that wasn't giving wife.
And you see, she just said it right there.
But at the end of the day, where did that get me? Because we're both here together,
To
and we
us.
both. Do you get it? Do you get it? And that's what it comes down to.
She said, if life won't humble you, God will.
That's what it comes down to. I would see people doing the most, yeah, acting like they're better than this, they're better than that. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, but we're in the same room.
You can't be better than God.
We're in the same room. That's what it really comes down to. Like, people have this different upbringing. Oh, they're like, oh, I went to private school. I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, I used to hang out with this. Oh, I
they
used to do that.
Irish?
Like, oh, that was my posh accent. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Run it again. Let me hear it.
Okay, yeah, I will run it again.
go
'Cause I don't know who you think you are.
No, let me hear it again. Let me hear it
Okay,
again.
they'll be like, oh, I went to posh
Don't ever do
school.
that again.
Oh, I went to.
Somebody turn her mic off, please.
Oh, I went to this. I went to that.
In what region of England is that voice?
The England, actually. The
What
England,
region did
as
you-
in downtown Abbey. That was closer. Abbey,
Risa,
off
this
to the
is-
Abbey.
For someone that is in your profession, when I tell you I'm so shocked right now that this is what you're providing me with.
So you understanding why I didn't book certain jobs? It's becoming clear.
But this is like, who was it? Was it Daniel Kaluuya that said that he lied about being able to speak several languages?
If you see my acting CV, if you see it, let me tell you something. When they call you out on it, and they're like, okay.
They said to him, oh, can you do da-da-da? He said, I can do that.
Let me tell you
Sorry,
something.
guys, I need to get tissue because it's so cold in here. Rita refuses to
The
stop
heat is
eating.
on.
The what? No, it's not.
Oh, he just put it there.
Because Rita's talking about how she's warm. Please, guys, my nose is already damp.
Bella,
And she
sorry.
got me in here freezing.
Please don't say that to the people, man. They're gonna
Nah,
think it's
I
under
got
bad,
that-
under bad conditions. Please,
These working-
Uche, for crying out
These
loud.
working conditions. These working conditions are good.
My acting CV though had the maddest things on it, man. Like it said
Not
that,
did it say you could do like a
yeah,
English
RP
like,
accent.
RP accent? Yeah.
RP accent. It said that
anyone
I
ever
can speak
challenge you about
Yoruba fluently.
Yeah, small. You can do a little bit.
Fluently. Yeah, I had an audition where I had to do Yoruba
What
fluently.
did you say? Go on, tell us. Seeing as you've already started your accents,
It
say
wasn't good.
good morning. Rita, say good morning. Are you joking?
Wait, how do you
It's
say
a
good
very
morning?
basic.
Say it.
Ekaro.
Oh, a Carol.
Good evening.
Ekule. No.
I don't know if it's
Ekule. That's
Ekule,
like
yeah, 'cause
the
then
house.
Good afternoon is a castle.
Oh, a castle. And then Bawani.
Yeah.
Showa.
I mean, you could have ended at Showa.
Showa.
Yeah. Do you know what my grandma used to say?
Mm.
When you'd say Showa, she says Mowa biawa.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm like beans.
Yeah,
Oh,
just chilling, chill beans, cool
I
beans.
love that. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, say that again. I want to copy that.
Mowa biawa.
Mowa biowa.
Biawa. Ewa's
Biewa. Yeah,
Mowa
biewa. That is very cute, actually. Oh,
my mum, what's the
grandma.
one my mum used to say, they just have little like idiosyncrasies in Yoruba. I just love it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so.
it's
That's
very
actually
cute.
really cute. Actually,
Very wholesome.
Mowa.
My mum's very funny. So is my grandma, actually. Very, very funny.
That's why she wanted to do content with you.
Guys,
Let your mom do content with
I
you, man.
went on a family holiday because my cousin got married in Spain. And while I was there, Tunde was there. Shout out to Tunde from Forest Collard. And obviously he was also there with his parents. I don't know how, somehow we got into the conversation of TikTok. And Tunde made TikToks with his parents in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how my mom turned around. Why have you never made TikToks? This is a one-man show. I don't make TikToks. I barely make TikToks with my friend. You're talking about.
Yeah, you actually don't.
This is a one-man show.
You actually don't. It's actually hilarious. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like,
I don't
yeah,
really-
Uche doesn't do that. Wow, my fire questions. It just
Sorry, guys. This is what happens.
we've just
with
be
me.
we've just be just
I
and
just- And I feel like I do this thing where I feel like I monopolize the conversation.
No, it's been
Monopolize, sorry.
no, it's good. It's been
Is
interesting.
it flow?
Yeah, it's been flowing. It's like flowing like
my
water.
coffee's cold because it's
Yeah.
freezing in here. The
Yeah,
mug
well-
is also cold. My hands are cold also.
Iced coffee, okay? Iced coffee. Be drinking.
Wild.
On the 1st of January 2023,
Yeah.
you tweeted something and I want to discuss it.
You know, I hate when people bring back old tweets.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
said
that person
you
anymore.
said stop trying to wife me. I'm literally not a good person. Why did you say
I
that?
stand by that.
Well, okay, I want to know why you said that and what does that mean?
Because ultimately, guys, I tweeted out in January.
That was on the and now it's coming up to another year now. So that was on the 1st of that was on the 1st of January 2023. Or it might have been the
Because-
7th actually.
Yeah, do you know
But-
what it is? Because I have these thoughts when men approach me in public. And I'm like,
Do you not know
you
I'm
are
not a good
never going to get in with me that way. Point blank and the period.
But then okay, if I was as a guy talk to you though.
Do you know what's funny? I'm wearing this ring, right?
Yeah.
Because I went somewhere recently. I don't want to say where it is.
Mm.
'Cause I don't want to embarrass the guy if he ever saw this. I went somewhere recently and my friend went to the toilet. So naturally I was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this guy and I was like, he's going to try and come over here.
You're like, here we go.
But I literally was just watching him go through the motions of like, should I? Not?
Yeah.
And I just thought, dog, don't do it. So he's like, obviously he's come over, he's sat next to me, and he's like, he's like, oh, you look like you want to be left alone. And I was like, I do. And he was like, oh, I thought you were gonna say you wanted company. No, he said, oh, you look like you need company. And I was like, I don't. And he was like, oh, I thought you were gonna say you do. I was like, then he was like, oh, like nice ring. I was like, it's actually fine, you know, like, don't feel like it's awkward now that you can't get up and go because you can. And he kind of like needed like a little adjustment period before he got up and left. Don't approach me in public unless I come to you.
Wow.
Or unless I give you an eye. Because one thing about me...
That sounds like the mafia. Like, don't approach me unless I approach you.
Do you know what? Let me actually stop. Let me stop. I don't actually mind being approached. I don't mind guys like coming up to me and talking to me. Let me be really real. Yeah. If you are not tall, sexy, with amazing chat, don't waste your time. That's my caveat, actually. Because all my rules and the caveat is if you're tall and sexy.
Oh, come and talk to me.
And you've got a great personality, you're witty.
Yeah, like start with open with like a joke or something clever.
Like this guy I've been talking to recently. I met this guy because basically, let me not even tell you how I met him, but I met this guy, right? So, yeah, I met this guy, blah, blah, cool. And then recently, we'd been like trying to set up a date, but I was like super busy, and then he was away, and now he's been back. We've been again trying to like put a date in to go on this date, right? And I think he must have texted me, and I gave a date, but for some reason I just like forgot to text back again.
Yeah,
cool.
And mind you, she does this.
Yeah,
to these guys.
I'm just very forgetful.
Yeah, she don't be texting these guys back actually.
Yeah, because, anyways, if you're really serious, you call me. If it's like something that needs urgent attention, you just call me. But yeah, like, I'm sure there's people waiting to be texted back. Sha. Yeah. So I'd obviously forgotten to text him back. And then I think he'd actually replied to my story. But again, I missed replies sometimes, right? Cool. And then he FaceTimed me, right? Oh, I haven't actually told you this.
No.
So do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like FaceTimed me now. And I think I was doing something, so my hands were wet. But by the time I dried my hands, the cord had like cut, right? Yeah. So I FaceTimed him back. And he's like, you are so lucky. You're so lucky because I was about to block and delete you from everything. And I was like, I just love men that are playful. Like, it was just playful. He was like, oh, so your hands are actually working then? Like, your phone's working just fine. Like, you're actually good. Like, you're in good health. Like, you're good. I was like, not too much on me. Like, not too much. So then on the phone, we were obviously like putting the date, blah, blah. He was like, don't get busy again. I was like, no, like, I've locked you in. Like, I've locked you in for the night, blah, blah. But I like that. Do you know what I mean? Just
like playfulness,
I love playfulness. Even like guys that have come and spoken to me and have been playful, it might have not gone anywhere, but we've had like a good chat. And I'm also very forward. So if I don't see a guy and I think he's cute.
Yeah, she is very, very forward. And sometimes I think that I can copy.
But you can.
Yeah, it's worked for me sometimes. But some of Uche's advice, it hasn't gone over well.
Why? What advice has not worked?
Oh, what advice? There was one time there was this guy. Yeah.
Oh, I told you to text him.
Yeah. You told me to text him and the reply and how long it took. I mean, he replied in the end, but it was a close call.
But that's all that matters is
it was a close. I thought this man was not going to reply.
Yeah, she was having an existential crisis.
I said, wow.
She said, I've never been aired in my life. My life.
Because I've never been aired.
Yeah.
That was nuts to me. I was like, huh? Me be aired.
But also with guys like that, they're busy.
Doing what? Oh, no.
To be fair, he is really busy. I feel like men in certain industries or men that have a certain level of success, same with women. Busy. We are busy though. That's why it's like good to get on the phone. And listen, I'm not one of those people that's super precious about talking in between.
Yeah.
Like texting all the time.
I don't want to talk in between. I want to see you in person.
Yeah, I don't really mind any of stuff like. And even when I approach guys, like have a little flirt, for the most part, I don't actually want anything out of it. It's like, you're cute. We're in this place. I'm having a good time. Let's have a little flirt. If it doesn't go any further than this, that's completely fine as well.
Yeah.
Like every flirt doesn't have to lead to do you want my number? Okay, let's go after. It's just a lot.
And I feel like some guys are actually shy though. I know that sounds like whatever, but I
Don't
do.
give them excuses.
I know I'm not giving them
Don't give them
excuses, yeah. But I do think sometimes giving them the eye.
You know, when you said
and
that,
saying
it reminded me of someone.
Oh God, who are you gonna say?
Your friend.
Which one is it? Which one? The one I went out with recently. Twice. Oh God.
Who like? What's Uche saying?
Guys, honestly, it's just too much.
It's so funny.
It's too
so funny.
much. But I will give a shy guy a chance. Do you know what I mean? To see if they're shy. But the reason why I mentioned that some guys are shy is because I think that sometimes a guy does need like a bit of an eye or a bit of a line opener to kind of get them, to let them know that actually it's safe.
Yeah.
So if someone was listening now and they're thinking, you know what, I do want to move to a guy, like, I want to make the first move. I fancy him.
Don't have confidence. Don't do it, babe.
Okay. But what would be a line opener?
I can't give you guys my lines.
No. What's one you haven't used in a while?
I don't have that many. Genuinely, it's not even that I have lines. If I see someone that's good looking, I'll just tell them, oh my God, like, not oh my God, but I just be like, oh my God, you're really handsome.
Just like that.
Is it breaking news? I'm sure you already know you're handsome. I'm sure you know you're gorgeous. I'll just be like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. I feel like me and
they don't hear that a lot. Yeah.
Like we are so like, oh, who's that?
Oh,
who's
sexy.
This? Yeah, I'm like, oh, sexy.
Good
Who's
food.
This?
Yeah,
like good food. Like, and men are almost taken aback because women don't really do that.
Exactly. Every time I've actually said it, because I have done it a few times now. And if
Come
I'm just
on
like,
now.
I'd be like, oh wow, you're really handsome. And like,
They're like, oh, thank you. They start getting
thank
all
you.
like giddy and shit. I'm like, oh, no, now.
One guy that I still talk to till this day.
Yeah.
Let's nickname him. He's just fine, Sha.
Yeah.
Fine bubble. Fine guy.
Boy.
Fine boy. Yeah. And the reason why we're still talking to this day, I moved to him.
Oh,
I told you the story.
Thing?
Yeah. I moved to him. I literally went up to him and I was like, oh, I think I told him he was good looking.
Yeah.
And then I also asked him immediately on the spot if he had a girlfriend.
After you ask them, after you give your compliment, right?
You say,
the next thing is,
do you have a girlfriend?
It's not do you have a girlfriend though.
What's the question?
So sorry guys, flipping freezing here, found the heater. The next question is, does somebody think you're their boyfriend? Because do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, I actually did ask that though. Yeah. I said, do you have a girlfriend? Then I said, is there someone in the world that thinks that
you're their man?
So he liked the banter. Do you get it? But then what I did, I walked away after that.
Good.
Yeah. And then he now came to me.
Okay,
and then he was all like, were you asking these questions for yourself or for someone else? And I was like, well, it depends. And he goes, depends on what? And I was like, it just depends. And he goes, well, if it's for you, give me your phone. I'll put my number in there and let's continue. Yeah. And then that's it. We've been locked in ever since.
But it's good. Sometimes you just put the feelers out there. Because don't get me wrong, yes, you can compliment someone, and yes, you can give them all that, but, very rare that you're like, okay, so you can ask my number.
Yeah.
That's a bit too close to begging.
Yeah, as in, if you haven't, I've given you everything and you don't ask for my number.
They don't like you.
They don't like you.
They're not into you.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Good chatting to you.
Yeah, and I think it's actually okay. I think, because we don't deal with rejection as much, because we're not doing the approaching. But how many people
come up to you and you're like...
Do you get it? That's what I'm saying. But they're used to it. You know what I'm saying?
This is why I understand why guys just don't want to approach women anymore. Because it's like...
It is hard.
Even the other day, this guy came to like talk to me. And I didn't actually hear what he said. So I said, And then he started walking away. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, oh, sorry, I thought you said no.
Oh.
I was like, oh, sorry, what did you... No, I said, And he was like, oh, okay. I said, oh, can I talk to you? I was like, oh, no, I have a boyfriend.
So you made him get the no twice. The no was a pre-no, and then
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, it's not good. So, I was thinking that guy that you done dirty, I don't know if he slept that night. The guy that you mentioned earlier, the one that came up to you and said, oh, you look like you need company, and you said, no, I don't need company. That man didn't sleep.
But
how is he going to sleep from that?
You see me sitting here, I don't look in any way, shape or form like restless in any sense of the word. I even look very at peace. Like we just stepped in. And when my friend came out, I said, this is why I don't like being out on my own.
Because these are the things that happen.
And now it's awkward, and now you feel awkward because it's like, okay, when's an appropriate time for me to get up and leave?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be having these issues if you never sat down in the first place.
No, Uche is mad. No, can I say, guys, yeah? Uche is strict. Uche is mad strict.
Do you know what it is, guys?
Even as a friend, no. She is strict, yeah? Let me tell you guys something, yeah? Yesterday, right? you call your bestie, right? So I called her yesterday. And yesterday I was talking about my crush. Yeah.
This is so funny because I'm actually going to talk to you about that.
I was talking about my crush. So after we talk about the podcast, I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Anyways, before I just want to gist you quickly.
Yeah.
My crush. I'm like,
yeah.
listen, this man is the love of my life.
Yeah, right.
As usual, the response is, Rita, please. I said,
One thing about Rita, you got to plead with her at least a few times a day.
she said, Rita, please. I said, okay.
I said, when you said that, I had to move the laptop off I was like, oh, Rita, please. Like, let me prepare myself for what's about to come out of her mouth.
So now I am talking about my new crush, yeah? Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, oh, he's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. Uche said, I'm going to stop you right there. She said, I'm going to send you a video, yeah? And I want you, after this call, I want you to watch this video, yeah? Because I want you to tell me, do you know this man? I said, I know him. I know him. Uche said, no. Okay, no. And what I want to say actually on camera is don't ever send me a video like that again in your life. In your life! Don't ever send me a video like that.
I'll give you the context.
Now explain the video
I'll
to
give you
them.
the context in a minute.
Yeah.
But I sent her this video. I woke up this morning, she'd replied to my TikTok DM, like, don't ever send me any kind of video like this again in your life. The video said, and I think it's a very good point, and actually it altered my brain chemistry a little bit because I feel like she was really, aside from me never sending it to you again, was she not spitting though?
No, she was. It was real what she said, but I didn't like it.
But it wasn't relevant to your situation.
It
now,
wasn't.
Actually, it wasn't relevant to your situation, but it's very like, she
Yeah.
was basically saying like in dating, men tend to start from 0 and women start from 100 in the sense that men, they don't know you. So they put you at 0 and then you work your way up to 100. Women, off the bat, like off the rip, they're talking about oh, he's such a nice guy. Like, if your friend's getting to know someone and you ask them, oh, like, you know, what's going on, da-da-da, they'll be like, oh, he's so sweet. I saw he took his mum to the shop the other day. Oh, and then his sister, da-da-da. These are not lived experiences that you've had with him. This is you watching from the outside as someone that is not present in his life, right? But then as the time progresses and you get to know them more, you start deducting points. Oh, he did this or he didn't do this. And then slow you chip them down. Men, on the other hand, you say to them, oh, how's things going with Rita? Oh, yeah, you know, she's a cool babe. Like, she's all right. Like, we spend a little bit of time together. Like, she's like... Yeah. And then the more they get to know you, they'll add points to your score, right? And this is obviously not like one hand fits all. Fits all, but it's an accurate representation.
It's like get to know the person before you actually assume they are certain ways.
Yeah, she was like, the essence of it was, you're being delusional, and I just like stop, like snap out of it kind of vibe. You do not know that man.
Yeah. And
but this isn't relevant to your case.
Yeah, but it's like, it's true, because it was triggering because it's like, how many times have I really done that? And it's so true. Like, you would see someone be like, no, he's really nice. Oh, he does this. Oh, he does that, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't do that to you. So now when he's not doing it to me, I'm like surprised.
No, but he's a kind guy.
But he did this.
No primary evidence of him
no
being
evidence.
kind to you.
So where did this come from? Do you know what I mean? Even I had to really ask myself, you know, I'll be having crushes. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again.
You love a good crush.
You know, love
my
a good
recent crush is crushed. One thing about me, you not gonna get a second chance. Like,
oh my gosh.
as in,
like he actually didn't exist. Because one thing about Uche, she will have a crush, yeah, and the crush will be crushed, but the person wouldn't even know they were crushed in the first place.
Not a clue.
Not an idea.
No idea that I even had an inkling of a like for them.
But normalize having crushes in peace. Sometimes it's just nice
It's just
to
I'm
have
just
a
admiring
crush.
you, that's all.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just
That's all,
admiring
yeah.
you from afar.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what you do.
Yeah, like I think
Do
you're
you know what I
cool.
mean?
Like,
I think you're
blah,
cool.
Yeah,
I think you're vibes.
hot. Like, you're super hot.
You
Oh,
know?
you're cool. Yeah, and do you know what? I'm very comfortable with things being a certain way. I say that to say, not everyone I fancy, I feel like I need to date or get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, with the friend thing where people like, not everyone that you know is a friend, normalize giving people appropriate labels, like acquaintance, oh, school friend, oh, uni friend, oh, someone that I just see in the park.
Yeah.
Same thing with relationships and dating. There is a very high standard in which I live my life, and I'm very blessed because I have friends that are such incredible friends, that you have such friendships in your life that are so meaningful. And, you know, there's just certain things that, and it's unfortunate because actually there was a thread on Twitter the other day about bad friends.
And
just
so I
could
was
not
literally,
relate.
yeah, because I was literally like, I can't relate to that.
I was shocked at some of
Yeah.
what I was seeing.
Yeah. Some people are actually
Very
calling
wicked.
friends, but they're their enemies.
That person doesn't like you.
Yeah. And how do people not have
all.
discernment? Because I be feeling.
No, people can be a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
I be feeling when like someone's
Oh, straight
off. You
away.
know what it is?
Straight
Like
away.
people, they do, and I'll be giving people chances as well.
Yeah.
But they'll be doing like, they'll be saying these comments.
People tell on themselves.
Yeah, if
just
you
pay attention
listen,
to people,
exactly.
just let them be, and it'll come to you. I'm
My
telling you.
new thing, yeah, which is gonna sound ridiculous, but truly, my new thing has just been listening. Because what I've realized is that for a lot of people, I don't find them interesting, like overall, like. And it's not because they're boring. It might just be that they're just limiting what they're, I feel like I like to be open and just talk. And I think a lot of people are quite restrictive.
But a lot of people are very close.
And when it's restrictive, I'm like, I don't have time for this. Nor do I have the capacity, right? It's just it's too much effort.
It's given teacher.
Are you going to tell me how you
If I
are or
wanted
not?
to teach, I would be in a school.
Do you get it? You know what I'm saying? But then recently, I was like, you know what, Rita? Listen. Ask questions, because it's not that I don't want to ask you a question, but I don't want to feel like you feel like I'm being nosy, even though I am being nosy, but it's not in a negative way. It's because I actually want to know what's going on with you, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me actually start asking more questions and start listening to people and the things I've discovered.
Oh boy.
When you let people talk, oh God.
They're going to talk themselves into a real...
You truly see their madness and you're like, wow. This is why you do what you do, because this is how you think.
And a lot of people tell on themselves. That's why I always trust my instincts.
Yeah.
Because there's been situations where I feel like, not sure about this one, but I push it to the back of my mind because I don't want to project. When you feel like, oh, do you know what? Am I doing too much?
Exactly.
Let me not.
Exactly.
Because you can tell when someone's like projecting onto you and you're thinking, chill, it's not really that. So you never want to be the one that is doing that to other people. But both situations that I've had that, the person turned out to be insane.
So you were right.
To my degree anyway.
Yeah.
And insanity, not to say like, oh, they're mad. I just wasn't for them.
100%.
And you're just not for me.
Yeah. And people love to do this thing where they'll be like, oh my God, you're such an overthinker. You're such an overthinker, Ree. Oh, you're doing too much. And it's
says
actually,
that to you?
people would say I'm an overthinker. And my thing is this, I'm not an overthinker. I'm just thinking.
I'm thinking.
Because I've noticed a lot of people don't think.
A lot of people do not. And I used to always like feel like, oh, me overthinking was a negative thing.
No, it's very
but
good.
There's a reason that I overthink.
Yeah, no, and it's not even overthinking. I actually genuinely think that we're thinking. And it comes with two sides, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're an overthinker, I find that people who are overthinkers are also really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For me, anyway, in my experience.
You are very thoughtful.
Because you're thinking about
you are incredibly thoughtful.
Thank you, yeah.
You're 100-fold more thoughtful than me, so I don't know.
I think you are quite thoughtful.
I'm okay.
With your friends, I think you are.
I'm okay.
You think?
Depends on what season you catch me in. I'm very self-aware.
Yeah, same. I'm
capacity
clever as well.
to be thoughtful, but
yeah, it doesn't come natural for me though.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I guess the overthinking comes in, because I would think think, oh, it would be good for me to do this. Whereas there's some people. That's what I mean.
Thought inside.
It doesn't even cross their mind.
On.
Yeah. It doesn't even cross their mind. And actually, you see it a lot in friendships, actually, where like the effort is really geared towards when they're in a relationship, right? And every thoughtfulness goes into their lover. Yeah. You, the friend, it's like you're an egg. It's like there's nothing.
Do you know what?
And actually, it's not good.
So you've had friendships where you felt like when they're in a relationship, you're very much secondary.
I think like throughout the years,
Yeah.
I think it's gotten better as I've gotten older. But I do think throughout the years, I've definitely experienced like, friends being in a relationship and just doing, it's so like, this is, because I'm single, I think I can see it more. But it's things like, okay, if I call you, right? Or if I call you and you don't call me back, right? It feels like, okay, oh yeah, but it's fine. It's Rita that she'll be fine, right? I'll call her when I can call her, whatever. That's fine. But if it's been like 5 days and I've sent you a message and you haven't responded, or like I've sent you a voice note, you haven't responded, and things like that, right? That's a bit like, come on.
Yeah.
But then you're not going to do that to your man.
No.
And that's what I mean.
In the same breath though, of like holding your partner and your friendship to the same, I feel like sometimes girls, because I've had friendships like this in the past, girls will hold their friends to these unattainable standards that they don't hold men to.
Oh, and that's another thing. That's the other side of that.
And that's
too much as well.
And it's like,
Yeah.
or opposite to that, when they're single, they almost want their friends to act like a replacement boyfriend.
And I'm not your man.
And I'm not, do you get it? Like,
I'm not your man.
and that's the friendship is so beautiful, but I feel like the most beautiful part of friendship is just letting people be.
Exactly. And understanding how each friend is, because
Yeah.
everyone is different.
Yeah.
You can't be dishing me the same thing you're dishing up. Like, you have, and that's where it comes down to, like, listening and actually taking people in.
Yeah.
Because everyone is so different. Like, some
sure.
friends might not even care. Like, if it's been 5 days, they'd be like,
I'm like, whatever.
If
it's
what it
urgent,
is.
I'll actually double text you. Like,
do you know what I mean?
Have you lost
But then some friends are like, some friends are like, hello, like, do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like figuring out which one's which. But I think it's something that you learn as you get older.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? And like, that leads me on to another thing that people always talk about, like, all the time. A few things about friendship this week that I've actually seen. The one thing I saw this morning was about, if my friend is doing a birthday dinner, let your man take you instead. I'm not coming. And I just thought,
there's been a lot of dialogue around birthday dinners recently, and again, it goes back to the sense of, to me, birthday dinners are very intimate.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to celebrate my birthday this year, but then one of my really good, like, one of my best friends was like, no, you have to do something. We're going to organize your lunch, blah, blah, blah. So we're talking about the people to invite. And I'm like, oh, if I invite that person, I have to invite them. And I kind of started spiraling. She was like, ultimately, babe, dinners are very, like, intimate. If we do something after, you can extend and invite all these people. But for the dinner, like, try and maybe just keep it to, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. But with me, it's like, oh, if I'm talking to someone a lot at that time, or if I'm seeing them a lot, I'm like, oh, yeah, come to my dinner.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. But ultimately, it's like, I know my friends won't come to my dinner unless if they, like, their reasoning for not coming would be a solid reason. So if someone couldn't make it for whatever reason, even if they're like, I'm so sorry, I can't make it, I'm like, okay, cool, like, whatever, we'll just chop it up another time.
Yeah.
Right? But I have solid friendships, right?
Yeah.
And you were at my dinner, like, at lunch, sorry. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Good dynamic. People try and do intimate things like that with people that maybe they're not locked in with.
Exactly. You know, I made that mistake when I was 21. Did I tell you that story? What happened to me?
What happened?
This is why birthdays actually traumatized me, actually.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. So basically, for my 21st birthday, leading up to it, everyone was like, no, you have to do something. You have to do something. It's your 21st. You have to do something. I was like, all right, cool. Let me do a dinner. I actually, Quaglino's in Mayfair had just opened.
Oh, I was going to say, was it open back then?
Yeah, it just opened. Yeah.
Damn.
Don't.
Sorry. Because I always think a lot of these Mayfair restaurants are really, really new.
I'm older than you, Uche. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that reaction's like, damn.
Because I'm doing the math in my head and I'm like, it's been around for that long. Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're coming to 30 soon. It's okay.
It
should be. You're coming. It's okay. No problem. Anyways, do your birthday. Cockney's just open. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to this restaurant. So I booked a table for like, I want to say like 15 people.
Okay.
It might have actually been 20.
Okay.
Right?
I'm doing too much.
Yeah. Mum gets me a massive cake, right? 21, you know? I get there. I'm running a bit behind. I get there. I'm with like my best friends at the time. And I get there. Why is this table empty? No. And I had to pay a deposit as well.
You didn't make people pay the deposit?
No, but I paid it. I don't know why. I don't know what life I was living, yeah?
Oh, no.
Please tell me why. The only people, so maybe it was 10 actually. No, it was 15. The only people that turned up was the girl that I was with who came with me. Yeah. And then 2 of my other friends. And it was just 4 of us in this massive...
so what was everyone's excuse?
Different excuses. Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Or running late. They did not turn up. And the only thing that saved me from that birthday was the fact that the next day I was flying to Portugal. And I was able to just like recover from it. But that was like a birthday dinner. That was like...
But that was going to be my other point, actually, because I feel like my initial statement wasn't totally fair, because sometimes you can feel like you have a closeness to someone and then you have these situations that makes you realize, hold on, maybe you and I aren't as locked in as I thought.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think for the person who was basically tweeting that if my friend does a birthday dinner, I'm not going to be there. For me, that's not actually really your friend.
No.
Because your friend should be able to celebrate.
Incredibly selfish
person. Your friend, let your friend celebrate their birthday how they want to celebrate their birthday. But the way people talk about friendship is so fickle and it's so wild. There's just no room for any sort of mistake, any sort of anything. You know, every other day it's like, yeah, you need to get rid of friends who do this.
Did I not tweet this? I said, you man, I'm so sorry. Every day get rid of this friend, that friend.
If she's not ambitious enough.
If they're not ambitious, if they're
get
not
rid of
driven,
her.
If they're
not about making money.
If they complain too much, what about just taking people for how they are? Why does every friend have to be a mash and work, money making, work hard, not smart? Why? What kind of friendship? This is given, what do you call it? Business.
Do you get it?
That's what it's not giving friend. Like, we're actually building connections. We're having like a good time. We're making
Exactly.
memories, making traditions. That is, and it goes down to what people value in friendships.
Yeah. Yeah.
What people value in friendships is really important. And I feel like it's easy to make friendships of superficial things.
Yeah.
For example, like me and Candy got along really well at the beginning, and then naturally a friendship. Same with you.
Yeah.
Naturally a friendship builds.
Yeah.
But I'm very comfortable saying things like, oh yeah, she's cool. Like, we're building a friendship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just because just because I'm building a friendship doesn't mean I'm gonna like exclude you. Like, if I have a dinner and I'm like, oh yeah, we've been cool, we've been talking, I'll invite her. But normalize being in that season with someone where you're not necessarily locked in.
Yeah.
But you're getting there.
And you're getting to know them.
You're getting to know them.
I just think in the future, a lot of people are going to be really lonely. And that's what they're not deep
community.
in. No community whatsoever. And I clocked that because I think in my 20s, I feel like I was just very like busy and there was so much going on. And I don't think I was able to really cultivate like my friendships in a way that I do now. Do you know what I mean? Because of circumstance and because of, just circumstance and me thinking, oh, it'll be fine, it's whatever. But I do remember like hitting my 30s and still having great friends, but not really having enough. Because if you keep your circle tight, if all of those people are busy, what are you doing? You're by yourself, actually.
But again,
by yourself.
This goes back to the labeling of friends.
Yeah.
Because you can still chop it up and have a good time with someone that you're like cool with, that you see in a social setting. Like, everything doesn't have to be like, oh, if you're not my dog, if we're not locked in, then
and one person can't be everything to you.
Like, you can't, like,
you get it.
It's the beauty of life is having like these different connections for different reasons. Like, maybe a friend that you see here or there, or maybe a friend that, you know, if you haven't seen them, you can still meet up with them.
Yeah.
Like, for me, friend means that anytime I need you or anytime that you need me, call me regardless.
Yeah.
That's a friend to me, even if we haven't spoken in X, Y, and Z. But for other people, like, I've had friends in the past where it's like, if we haven't spoken for a week, there's an issue. To me, there's no issue, but you're telling other people,
now
like, oh,
it's a fight.
You know, she hasn't even called me in a week. You know, she hasn't even, and it's like, the phone works two ways.
Yeah.
If you're that pressed that you haven't spoken to me, you can easily like call or message me like, oh my God, hey sis, like, how's your week been?
Simple.
Do you get it?
Yeah, it's really
and
simple.
I can't imagine now, to me that seems so juvenile, because I can't imagine now one of my friends being like, oh, right, you haven't spoken to me all week.
Like, why would I do that?
Just pick up the phone and be like, hey, you good? How's your week been?
And it goes down to like making everything about you.
Right.
The minute there's a bit of silence or a bit of something,
right,
you think that you've now done something wrong or there's something wrong,
yeah,
but you've completely made it about you, as opposed to thinking, right, I haven't spoken to her for ages. Is she good?
Is she good? Like, it should be more of like a, I haven't spoken to her, I want to see how she is, rather than she hasn't even bothered reaching out to me.
Yeah, and there's
a real
bad.
difference.
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, and I just want people to just not do that anymore. Like, just
also stop taking friendship advice from people online.
Oh God, that's a big mistake.
There is people I know, right, that are great in business.
Yeah.
They're so locked in business, but outside of business, their morals, their values, everything just falls down.
Yeah.
Can't hold on to like lots of acquaintances, know a lot of people, cool with a lot of people, but when their chips are down and you need to have like a proper conversation about something, it's like you've got no one to call.
Yeah, and
everything is so transactional.
Exactly. And it's a wake up call when that does happen to you, to be honest.
Some people are very okay with that.
Yeah.
Some people are very okay with that. I'm not a person that is. No. I'm so like big on community and my people and like, and I'm also not that I'm resistant to making new friends, because I'm not resistant to making new friends, but my inner circle, it's not something that
I think you're really good at making new friends.
I'm really nice.
Yeah, because the way we met, that Uche moved to me. Do you know what I mean? She moved to me. You did. You
see when people just come and just start lying.
She moved to me.
What happened?
Basically, we were living in the same area. And one day I was minding my business and she like, skr, pulled up on me.
Oh my God, do you know what it is? Yeah. Wumi and I lived in the same estate as Rita, right?
Yeah.
I had no clue. Wumi's going to come home one day. Guess who lives on the other side of the road? Literally, because there's like, the estate is massive and there's like roads inside the estate, right? She's like, Rita lives down there. I saw her, I bumped into her. I was like,
This girl was having deep conversations to me whilst we were picking up a package at concierge.
Yes, that's woman though.
Yeah, she's talking about, how's life?
So, yeah,
the
she's
salon.
got so much depth.
Why did you sell it?
Yeah.
Why like this? Da-da-da. Wow. Da-da. I was like, oh, you're so cute. I love her. Yeah.
I love Wumi. Shout out Wumi, man.
Shout out, Wumi.
Shout out Wims every time. Yeah, she's got so much depth to her.
Yeah.
Just a really like genuine soul. But she was saying how you live there.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, I was coming home one day, pulled into the gate.
I
was like, Rita! Rita! No, it really is giving moving to you.
Because we
Pulling up
actually had
slow.
seen each other. Like, obviously, like, we had met before at
We were on a panel.
different circumstances. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
didn't actually really talk.
No, not really.
No, we didn't really
No,
talk.
no.
And then we were following each other online.
Yeah.
And then we nearly lived together,
Yeah,
or
we
kind
nearly
of,
lived
because
together.
when I was looking for a housemate,
yeah.
but
I
you
was
weren't
like,
ready
oh.
to move yet or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then, so we hadn't actually really spoken, but you were like,
We'd
so nice.
spoken in passing, but not like spent time together.
Yeah, haven't spent time together. So you're like, oh, you live in the area. Da, da, da. You're like, we should hang out. Da, da, da. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's hang out. And then you were like, yeah, you should come round. We can watch Ozark.
Ozark, yeah, because there was a new season of Ozark. So I was
Yeah.
like, let's watch Ozark.
Let's watch Ozark. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was
I
like,
felt asleep.
yeah, but I remember feeling nervous because I was like, wait a minute, I haven't really hung out with her before. Like, what if I go to her house and we have nothing to talk about?
Poisons me.
Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't even that. It was like,
really?
yeah, I was like, what if we have nothing to talk about? Like, what if it's just like orcs and it's like these awkward silences if you don't have anything in common? It kind of felt, it was giving first date. Like, it was like,
Girl, you need to open your heart.
yeah, but I feel like I've
Do you know
learned
what's
to
so
open
funny?
my heart.
I feel like that situation only happened because I lived with Wumi.
Yeah.
Because before I lived with Wumi, I was very much like, these are my people. This is what I'm like,
Yeah.
very resistant to. Not that I didn't let new connections, but just really resistant to making
Yeah.
new connections. And I have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And it was already so much work to keep. Well, you know when certain friendships feel like work.
Yeah.
And now when I'm older, I understand that it feels like that because it's not a natural. Sometimes friendships are circumstantial.
Yeah.
And it's okay for a friendship to have its season and move on.
100%.
And a lot of those, not a lot, but like some of those friendships, a few of them were very much like getting to that point where I was like, yeah, you probably should
yeah, it's not working out.
let go. Anyway, living with Wumi really opened my because she's such like an open, like she'll talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And there's people that I wasn't really sure about, but she's like, no, like, and some of them I'm like, you got this wrong. She's like, no, she's so nice. Oh, so nice, so nice. She's not that nice, actually. With my experience of her, I don't really like her, thank you. So because of that, I was like, oh, she was like, yeah, I saw like, you should invite her over, like we should all chill. I said, yeah, let's do it. So being in an open living situation opened me up generally as a person, and then led to me being like, oh yeah, you should come over, let's chop it up.
Yeah, and then me just going through life of just like, actually, I need to make more friends. So that just opened me up, because I think ordinarily I would be like very like,
No thanks.
I don't want to make new friends. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Especially when you had friendship breakups, you're like, no, I'm good. It's fine. Da, da, da,
It's
da.
crazy. Friendship breakups gave me the opposite.
Oh, so it made you more
Not that it
more
made
open.
me, but having some friendships come to an end was so hard at the time and really hard on, you know what it's like when you have a friendship break. And I had like a few happening at one time. Like our whole group basically like fell apart, right?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And that's a lot, because one-on-one friendship is one thing, but then it's like when it's more than one, and it's like, and it's over a long period of time, and it's like dragged out, and then it's like you're getting triggered and and it's just, it was just a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
But actually the ending of that is so crazy, because I think about what my friendships are like now and like what my dynamics are like with people now, and I just think I could have never had these if I was still friends with certain people.
Yeah.
It opens you up to a new connections.
And I feel like it just teaches you a lot, though. I feel like my friendship breakups did
100%,
teach me a
100%,
lot,
yeah.
and it's just made me like more
Considerate.
more considerate, and just like value my friends even more, because
Yeah,
I don't want
100%.
any more friendship. I mean, I really don't. I mean, touch wood, by God's grace, I don't want any more friendship. I feel like once you cross over to the other side, I had loads of like, I said the other side, like,
Girl, this girl is not that much older than me. She's talking about some blah 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 blah. Whatever.
But once you do cross over to the
Yeah.
other side, I feel like those friendships feel like lifelong friendships to me. Do you know what I mean? By God's grace.
Yeah, even literally yesterday in one of my group chats, here everybody go. I love you guys. I just love you guys. Oh, my tribe. I just love you guys. I love you all. We locked in, guys. And then my friend was like, I feel like I'm going to cry on Saturday. Maria, here comes. One thing about my friend Maria, she's like the least, in my friendship group, I feel like me and Kayla are so like, and Yaz, I feel like we're like super emotional.
Yeah.
We're so emotional, so emotional. Wendy has her moments as well. Steph is like head in the clouds.
Yeah.
So head in the clouds. Maria, I'm like, is this on?
Turn it on, real
Turn it
quick,
on.
real quick.
What will be saying? Love you, love you, love you. She'll send like a heart. She's gotten better now, but we would tease her about it all the time. We're like, your capacity for love. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, like open up.
Open up.
Open up.
Somebody unzip you.
But
see what's
it's
going
probably
on
like
inside.
deep down there, because I used to find it hard to say I love you to my friends. I used to even find it hard to call someone my best friend, because I was scared that I would call them my best friend and they're thinking,
Leave.
best friend? Like,
Girl,
since
I barely fuck with you.
like
Like that.
since when were we best friends? Like, it's just that fear of rejection in friendships. I'll be like, so when I hear someone call me best friend first, I'm like, oh, that's so
God.
nice. I'm her bestie.
God.
I belong somewhere. Oh.
No, so I invited Rita and Candy to like our annual friendmas, right? And Rita was like, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm really locked in with the group."
Locked in. It's just nice to feel something.
Yeah, I get you.
You know,
Yeah.
really, really nice. And yeah, I just think I'm just really big on like building friendships, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm just gonna continue as I get
Yeah.
older.
I
Do
feel
you know
like
what
you have a lot of friendships though.
No, I do. I've got
Whenever
really
I'm
good
outside
friends.
of Rita, one thing about Rita, she knows a lot of people.
Yeah, I do know a lot of
You
people.
know a lot.
Yeah.
I even need to tell you
God.
about one of your friends.
Oh God.
Rita's male friends are so funny. That's all.
Wow. Do you know what, guys? I had like so many like questions and things for Uche, but she's just gonna have to come back. Do you know what I mean?
I'm ready to come back
Because we've been talking bare, but at the end of the day,
Do you have more to say?
oh well, there's so much, but I
Oh,
feel like we've said enough. Do you know what I
We
mean?
have. We've
It's not
really
every
got through a
day.
lot,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you know, it's not every day. They're just gonna have to come back and
You
get
gotta
locked
beg
in.
her to bring me back, guys.
Yeah, you have to beg to bring her back. So anyway, guys,
my knees.
you have been listening to Faking Adulthood with my lovely co-host, Uche Natori.
Hey, y'all.
Now, you know how it goes. If you didn't like this episode, it's okay. Don't worry. We've got someone new next week. But if you
Hey.
did...
Okay. I thought you meant as in thumbs up.
The word
Are
of
you actually taking the piss?
the word of the day today is
Fuck
community,
your
baby.
word. I need you guys in the comments telling her this is the best episode of a podcast. I think this is one of my best podcast appearances.
Yay!
No, I'm taking that back.
No.
Have you watched ATL?
Yeah.
When Tia snatches the necklace from Laura London.
See how she's not letting me do my outro, guys. See how she's not letting me. No, do you see what I'm talking about? What I'm dealing with. I'm trying to do my outro. I can't even do my outro in peace. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast, Faking Adulthood, with my lovely co-host Uche Natori. And you guys know the vibes. You know the word of today is community. Okay, community. And you know what's great about this is that every week I have a different co-host. So if you did not enjoy Uche today, don't worry about it. Still come back next week. You know why? Because we got somebody new. We got somebody new and you might like them better, okay? Please, guys, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, leave comments. And if you're only listening to this, go over to YouTube. Look at the visuals. The visuals are very sweet. But if you are just listening, please leave a review. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what guests that you would like to see. And yeah, baby, stay locked in. Love you. Bye.
Bye.